Cue the definition. Well, Netflix strikes again, and again allowed me to view another anime, which I, afterwards was very pleased. I would like to thank Netflix for providing me with my viewing pleasures. It provides me with anime and other things, almost everything except for porn. As always, there will be zero spoilers in this, because I, again, would like you to experience it in its entirety with fresh eyeballs. If you're looking for an anime to relate to, that is, if you're a socially awkward weirdo, which, trust me, I understand, then you've come to the right place. Well, in terms of anime, anyways. In that demographic, I understand you all. This is the demographic that really needs things to relate to, whether it be other people or through media and such. And this anime provides characters. It creates characters that you can relate through, that you can understand, and you can grow with. This anime follows the main character, Sato, kind of a zero to hero type of guy. Or, well, more appropriately, more like zero to like somewhat normal, well-balanced guy. I'm going by Sato because that's the only of his two names that I'm able to pronounce appropriately, and I don't want to alienate that gigantic Japanese-based audience I have, so just avoiding that altogether. And Mr. Sato, he is the forever alone guy. He fits all of the above. Recluse, alone, awkward, socially anyways. Yeah, he's the guy that you can relate to, those of you who are that as well. Sato is a hikikomori, which is a Japanese term for, I guess, unemployed loner who rarely leaves his tiny apartment, which from my understanding is quite a common problem in Japan. I guess from the overpopulation, and I can understand why that would get lonely. Anyway, Sato is that. Also, he's obsessed with conspiracy theory. He thinks everything down to his talking toaster is all a part of this grand conspiracy theory and everybody's out to get him. I don't know, I guess that's just kind of a byproduct of being stuck in your own head for long periods of time. But the fact that his toaster speaks, he may also suffer from paranoia. I don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor, or not a brain doctor, or really any sort. However, he does leave his apartment from time to time, but only late at night, which leaves his opportunities for meeting other people, that renders them pretty slim. But one day he does happen across a young lady. Her name is Misaka, or at least the part of her name I can pronounce. He meets Misaka, who claims that she can cure his hikikomori, his forever alone disease. So he agrees to do this, reluctantly of course, and they meet every single night at a park. I'm not going to spoil too much, and it's anime, so yes, they grow this bond, this loving, they love each other, they fall for each other. You've seen anime, but it's all wonderful and all that good shit. The third protagonist of this anime is his friend from high school, which has an even more confusing name. Yamasaki would be it, or at least, again, the part of it that I could pronounce most appropriately. He actually discovers that he lives next door to this motherfucker, and, they're both kind of loners, and they do things to try to get out of it, like make gal games, which is apparently a dating simulator, which is a real thing apparently in Japan, which, you get to pick girls and you get to take them on virtual dates, and it's kind of like having a real friend a little bit. So they get into that, which I guess helps them get out of their shell, gives them things to do to occupy their heads, and the rest will be up for you to discover as when you watch with your eyeballs and process with your brain. Anyways, as a whole, this anime is wrapped up into one season. I forget how many episodes, but it's plenty and it doesn't get repetitive. You follow along these three protagonists on their quest to, normality. Follow them along as they create these dating simulating games and these suicide pacts and deserted islands and shit. Yeah, it gets pretty crazy. Also some pyramid schemes were thrown in there too, as well as being addicted to MMOs, which I'm sure a lot of you Forever Alones out there can relate to as well. In conclusion, obviously I highly recommend this anime for any of you out there, but especially those of you who fit the bill as a loner and you would like something to relate to, something that kind of speaks for you in a way. But anybody can enjoy this. It's a good story, good characters, good character development, all that good shit. I'm Arwin Garen64. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned in the future for more, obscure animes. My definition of obscure may be different than yours, but, this is how I use it. Her name is Misaka, or at least the part of her name I can pronounce. Fuck you, Muffin. Meowing at me.